Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. I am Coach Roxanne, and you are joining me here on the Better Body Fitness fan page. And we talk about everything here. We talk about everything from mindset to nutrition to relationships. Maybe not so serious on that one. Maybe not so serious. Chuck and I are definitely not experts in that area. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. Are we experts?
We have helpful tips, I think.
We have helpful tips. We're still newlyweds, right? We've been married 5 years. I think they still classify that as the newlywed stage.
Yeah, I think so.
Good morning,
No,
good morning, good
we're on the
morning.
honeymoon, right?
We're still honeymooning 5 years later. You know, I do think it's funny when people say that because I feel like that's the furthest thing from the truth, but whatever. Nikki, happy hump day. Tammy, good morning. Victoria, hi. Corey, good morning. Listening on my drive in. I love it. Charmaine, good morning. Corey, good morning, Coach. I love having a face behind that now. I love that. Good morning, Coach. Michelle, good morning. Happy hump day. I love it. I love it. I love it. Chris is listening on her way in as well. Got my coffee. I actually do not have the milk foam today because my counter is full of dirty dishes. There's no place there. I could probably find a different place to plug my milk foamer in, but I didn't want to do it. I'm not perfect. I'm human. The dishes are piling up. I'll get to them. Other things were priority yesterday, like soaking up the sunshine, like spending time with the dogs. That's how I chose to spend the evening. Lisa, good morning. Sue, good morning. Shayna, good morning. About to start my workout on demand. I'll come back and watch later. I love it. You're going to want to come back and watch it. It's going to be a spicy one today. I'm feeling spicy. Michelle, happy hump day. Deanna, hello. Dina, good morning. Ruth, good morning. I love it. You guys are one of the biggest bright spots in my day. I love starting my morning off with you. I started off with my workout, and then that's always exciting and fun. And who doesn't love to get their workout in right away in the morning? I know not everybody. And up until March of last year, I was not an AM workout person. Now I love it. I love the fact that it's done by 6:15 in the morning. Debbie, good morning. Ruth, spicy. Yes. All right. So I guess let's just get into it. The title of today's video was Fight with an exclamation point because I'm dead serious about this. That's a little crazy, but I am serious about this. This is your life. You have to fight for it. I'm talking about fighting for your health, fighting for your values, fighting for your boundaries. You are going to have to fight for all of this. It is just not going to fall into your lap and be. You have to fight for it. You know, I had to fight for every single pound I've ever lost. None of it was easy. I don't know where people get this mindset that because I am a coach or because I work in this field, that it's easy for me. It's not. It's not any easier for me than it is for you, but I'm going to hit on that in a little while. Lori, good morning. Whatever you're going through, if it's not the position you want to be in, you have to be prepared to fight your way out. I can't fight your way out for you. Coach Chuck can't fight your way out for you. We can guide you. We can guide you. We can give you helpful tips. But unless you're willing to do the work, that's all the further we can take you. We can't do this for you, especially we're over here doing it for ourselves because nobody's going to do it for us either. Carrie, good morning. Every inch, every pound, every pant size, every medication you get rid of, everything has to be earned. It doesn't matter if the person next door is better off and seems to be luckier than you, they're working for it somehow. Do some people maybe catch an easy break? Maybe. What do they do with it? You don't really know, and it's none of your business to know. All you need to know is where are you and what are you fighting for? It's irrelevant to the life you want what anybody else around you is getting. It is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I lost the 100 pounds in 18 months. I know some of you out there, you're like, I want to lose 100 pounds in 6 months. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. What you do with what you have is more relevant. You should never be so focused on the timeline of that outcome, because I'm telling you, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Failure is just a lesson. For the life you want, you have to focus and you have to be prepared to fight. The biggest battles you fight, they're going to be with yourself. You can think they're with other people. You can think they're with other situations. They're with yourself. They're because you have certain expectations that you want met. You're too easily let down. Something doesn't go your way. Yesterday, someone was supposed to be here at 1 o'clock to, look at something in our basement. They never showed up. I wasn't angry. I wasn't upset. At 20 after, I reached out and I said, you know what, this probably isn't going to work, your 20 minutes. But I wasn't angry. I didn't let that take me down. How many of you let that take you down? You lash out, you fight with somebody. Don't do that. The biggest battle you fight with anybody is yourself. The negative thoughts, the excuses, procrastination, the fears, the doubts, that's all you. You can say it's somebody else, but it's all you. And I know that sometimes those words hurt, especially if you're not ready to hear them, but it is you, my friends. Everything you need though is in you. I don't know how to harness them for you, but I know that you have the power. You just have to be ready to harness it. You have to be ready to fight for what you want. Something that I thought I had when I was writing this all down. What do we do when we have a sick spouse? What do we do when we have a sick child? We fight for them. We would give our own lives for them. We would do anything for them. We will cook for them. We will clean for them. We will help them move. We will do anything for them. But we won't fight for our own health like that. Why is that? Why will you not fight for your own health? And if you don't now, in 15 years from now, who's going to have to fight for your health for you? Will it be your significant other? How many of you have parents that were maybe unhealthy and now you're taking care of them because they didn't take care of themselves? Do you want that for your children? I know this is touchy. This is hard on the heart, but it's true and it still could happen. But don't you want to do everything you possibly can to not let that happen? We don't fight for our own health. I'll never understand that. Last week, someone had mentioned how easy it is for Chuck and I because it's our jobs. How easy this is for Chuck and I, how dedicated we are because it's our jobs. That could not be the furthest thing from the truth. But that is the perspective. I'm sure some of you out there probably believe that. It's so easy for Chuck and Roxanne because they're fitness professionals. They just eat all the right things and do all the right things. We still have to fight for it. We still have to fight the cravings. We still have to fight the tiredness, the fatigue. We have to fight it just like you. How do we fight it? We set ourselves up for success. How do we do that? I've got some show and tell today. Here's our container of protein shake. At the end of every single workout, before the workout starts, I set it on my counter with my shaker cup, with my water in it. So the second I walk out of my gym into my kitchen, I make my shake every single day. I set it up before it's over. Why? I'll get too busy doing everything else, setting this up, letting the dogs out, that I won't do my shake if I am not prepared to do it. Jenna, thank you for having these hard conversations with us. Hey, I have to have these hard conversations with myself, so I totally get it. Here, people, measuring out the creamer in our coffee. It's just a little thing, right? We don't really think it's that big of a deal. How many calories are you consuming in your creamer a day? We have this sitting right next to our coffee every day, and we measure out. We never freehand pour our creamer. It's habit. I have it set up. I have it ready to go. My gallon water jug, I have it within sight all day long, every single day. I make it a point to get this done every single day. It doesn't come easy. I have to keep this in front of me 24/7 to make sure I'm drinking it. How about food? I live by this just like some of you guys do. I live by this. I have to find the recipes. I have to fill out the grocery list. I have to go buy the groceries. And then I have to stick to this. 2 or 3 days ahead of time, I have to know what we're gonna have so I could pull the meat out, so I can get it all ready. That doesn't come easy to me. There are some days where I say to Chuck, I don't want to cook today. But what am I going to do if I don't? Where am I going to be a month from now if I decide to give this up? Where will I be? My last show and tell here is my food scale. I pull this out, I set my plate on it, I tear it, and then I add my meat, I add whatever it is. The taco pie, I throw the taco pie on there, it's 6 ounces. I'm gonna attribute 4 of that to meat and 2 of that to eggs. That's it. I don't go crazy, but I am prepared because for me, it's not easy. So easily could I slip back into my old ways, even though it's been 20 years. It's not easy. Somebody said that it was, how I think was it worded, and please don't take offense if this was you saying this. I totally understand, and it got my wheels thinking. They said Roxanne and Chuck are dedicated because it's their jobs. I want to take a little spin on that. I'm not dedicated because it's my job. I'm not passionate because it's my job. It's my job because I'm passionate. It's my job because I'm dedicated. I fell in love with health and fitness, and that's why it's my job. So I'm not dedicated because it's my job. So that's an interesting perspective too. I am here and I am passionate and I'm dedicated. That's why it's my job. I chose this. I chose this as my job based on my passion. Tammy, I wish I learned this 10 to 20 years ago. It's so much harder getting there in my 50s. If I just would have listened younger. Interesting perspective, Tammy. Let me throw something back at you. What makes you think it would have been easier? What makes you think it would have been easier 10 or 20 years ago? I think it's easy to maybe think it would, but you don't really know. And look at the people 10 or 20 years younger than you. Does it look like it's any easier for them? Fast food is more prevalent than it ever was. There's a Starbucks on every corner. Alcohol consumes us. I don't know, my friend. I think it's just as hard for you today as it would have been 10 years ago. I know it's easy to think that, if I just would have started then. You don't know. You don't know. You had your kids. Things were just different, my friend. So don't beat yourself up thinking about that because you don't really know that that's the truth. You don't really know that those are facts. All you know is what you do today. Those are the facts of what you do today. Victoria, I measure my creamer too. I was consuming 700 calories of creamer each day. Oh yes, when I first met Chuck, and it was the unhealthiest Coffee Mate Hershey's chocolate creamer. I liked a little coffee with my creamer. I get it. Love the gallon water idea. Do you drink 1 gallon a day? I do. Way back when I was thinking of maybe dabbling in bodybuilding and things like that, a coach told me to drink 1 gallon a day, and I did. Never pursued that aspect of life, but I've never given up my gallon of water a day. So Chuck doesn't drink 1 gallon of water a day. He probably does. He does more than 1 gallon. More than 1/2 gallon, but not quite 1 gallon. So it's a little different for everyone. Hootsek, Tammy, but you aren't 50 for a few years yet, right? Shelly, we see the passion you both have, and that's what motivates us too. I love that. Lori, today's the first day of the rest of our life. Exactly. So here's recognizing the enemy is one thing. Recognizing the enemy. Being prepared to punch the enemy square in the nose is another. So many of you are on that hamster wheel. What is the enemy? Is it your late night consumption? Is it your overeating? Is it the undereating? Is it the I'm not a morning person? What is it? What is your enemy right now? The only way you are ever going to beat it is by punching it in the nose and choosing something different. I can't make you do that. Chuck can't make you do that. We can every day say, hey, is this the path you want to be on? You have to choose it though. You say yes or no. You say yes or no. And at the end of the day, you aren't lying to us. If you lied, you only lied to yourself. You aren't lying to us. You're lying to yourself. That was a hard lesson for me. I used to think I was lying to my personal trainer 20 years ago. I wasn't lying to her. I was lying to myself. If I filled my login not accurately or I wanted to be blinded by some of the things I ate, I wasn't lying to her. I was lying to myself. And that is the worst person to lie to. It's the worst person to shield yourself from is yourself. You gotta get down and dirty. You gotta get honest. Nikki, by following you and Chuck, I have managed to get my son off of insulin for his diabetes. Oh my gosh, that makes me have tears in my eyes. He is learning along with me. Our health is top priority. It really is. I read all these things, you're going to die anyway. You're going to die anyway. Yeah, I am. And I want to be the healthiest version of myself. I hope I have a long life. I hope I'm 80 years old and hope maybe still hiking. I hope I am. I want to do everything I can to get to that life. I want to do it with, and not being on all of these medications and whatever else there is out there. Nothing's guaranteed, but I'm still not going to take the chance. I'm just not. Shelly, I love having the visual of my gallon of water in the fridge, right? Right? Your eyes it makes you think. When something is out of sight, it's out of mind. It's true. This is your life, no one else's. Your value, your direction, your purpose, they're all determined by you. We can help you. We can give you ideas on some of these things, but again, at the end of the day, it's all you. And maybe that's a lot of pressure. And I find it empowering. The fact that it's all me and nobody can take it from me, nobody can do it for me. It's all me. I find that empowering. Maybe 20 years ago, I found I was fearful of that. Not anymore. Greatness is developed and earned, and tough decisions and sacrifices have to be made. People talk about deprivation all the time. Sometimes I do have to roll my eyes. We talk about deprivation. I want to live life. I want to enjoy that. I want to enjoy this. So do I. But there's a fine line between deprivation and discipline. There's a fine line between having 4 ounces of wine and a bottle of wine, having a serving of dessert and having the whole dessert. There's a fine line. Yes, I want to enjoy these things too. I want to live that full life. I also want to be disciplined enough that I don't end up back where I was 20 years ago, because just because I am in the fitness profession doesn't mean I couldn't end up back there. You could do some research and find some of these people who have had their ultimate success and then went all the way back. It can happen to anybody. The obligations that you feel you have to others don't allow you to pawn off responsibility for your life onto them. Your obligations to others, and don't we love to do that? Don't we want to help this person and this person and this person, and then we don't have to think about ourselves? Or maybe if we're having a bad day, the only way to pull ourselves up is by helping somebody else, and I think that's wonderful. But you have to learn how to pull yourself up too. What good deed can you do for yourself to pull yourself out of that spot? How can you empower yourself? It's so easy to give to others. I find it easy to give to others before I give to myself, but that's only going to get us so far. I have so many more things. I could probably go on this tomorrow. We're all getting knocked down in this fight of life. We are. Take the past year. COVID knocked us all down. But not all of us are working to get back up. Chuck and I, we fought. It could choke me up. We fought for our lives when COVID hit. We fought for our lives. We fought for our health, for our home, for our children, for our dogs, for everything. We fought, we clawed, and here we are today. Who knew that this was what was waiting for us at the end? We didn't have a clue. Who knows where we'll be in a year? We don't know. None of us know. We got to fight for every single day. Fight for what you want. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for your values. Fight for your boundaries. This is it. This is it. This is the one life you have. Some simply just stay down and wait until the clock runs out. They don't like it, but they just feel like that's their only choice, to get beat down, get beat down, get beat down. Who are you? Are you the person who's getting beat down? Is life kicking the crap out of you? Or are you the person who's kicking the crap out of life? Because it's your choice. It's your choice, and I guarantee you can. I know you can. I know you're strong enough. If you would have known the Roxanne from 20 or 25 years ago, I never would have thought I would be here today. I let life kick the crap out of me until I found out I could kick back, and here I am today. All right, my friends. Victoria, keep talking. There doesn't need to be a time limit. I could talk forever, my friend. Jenna, I have a deep conversation with my soul sisters one day, and I told them that I'm more motivated to work out every day if there's a cash prize. And they said something to me that blew my mind. They said, "Sister, you are the prize. My health is the prize, and I deserve that." Yes. I know people are so motivated by prizes and money, which is why we do it. But at the end of the day, we're going to have 100 or 200 people join the challenge, right? One person walks away with that money. Does that mean the other 199 didn't win anything? I guess it all depends on your perspective of the whole thing, right? It all depends. Are you walking away a healthier version of yourself? Or are you walking away the same person you were when you started because you knew a weekend you weren't going to win, so you gave up? It all depends on you. You get to make the calls. You get to make all the choices. I don't get to make them for you. Your spouse doesn't get to make them for you. All right, that's it, my friends. I feel like I could go on and on and on. You guys are just fantastic. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Maybe we're going to carry on with this. We'll see if I have enough for a conversation. Join Coach Chuck at noon for the Noon Nugget. It's always a good, spicy conversation. You never know what's going to happen. Yesterday, he started in the living room. We had company. He had to go to the office. It's always spicy around here. You never know what you're going to get. This Saturday, there is no live on Saturday, but we are going to put in an oldie but a goodie out for you guys Monday at 7 a.m. on the fan page. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna sweat. We're gonna do our Memorial Day workout 7 a.m. Put it in your calendars. We would love to see you there. Victoria, make this the coffee hour. Maybe someday. All right, my friends, I love you all. Go out and have a fantastic hump day.